Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and I'm working on finishing up our, let me grab it. This is the journal for the AJ kit for March, believe it or not, yes. But I'm almost finished with it. I have the cover ready. That's going to be the cover. This paper is called Ocean, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So I thought this would be a perfect cover for it. So I've got most all of that finished. I just want to add a few extra pockets and tags and things like that. So let me put these in here. Got those ready to go. I have some tags that I'm making. This is just a piece of a tag that I had, and I'm going to cover the back of it with some of this coffee dyed paper. Well, avocado dyed paper, sorry. I think, no, not avocado dyed. What did she tell me she dyed this paper with? This is from, let me grab the paper. I ordered it off Etsy. Junk Journal Creations. I can't remember what kind of dye. Let's see. 30 green. Tea dyed. These are tea dyed. Tea dyed papers. And they're so smooth and so pretty. So I thought I'd put some of that on the back of some of these tags. And I'll try to remember to put that link below. If I don't, just go to Etsy and type in Junk Journal Creations and it'll pull her up. That's what I did when I wanted some green. I just typed in green, coffee dyed, tea dyed, whatever dyed paper. I don't guess it'd be coffee dyed. So that I could get some green paper to work with. And I have a little bit of blue in there that I'm working with also. I've added a few more pieces to my journal, so I think it's going to be really pretty. I'm anxious to get this one finished and get on to my rose journal. I'm in the mood for roses. It's so pretty outside and everything's blooming, and I'm in the mood for some roses. And I can't grow them. I do have one or two little bushes, but they're not really pretty. I can't really grow roses. I don't have a green thumb, period, so I can't really grow anything. But I can use them in something like this without them dying, can I? Now, you guys don't forget to make sure that you are a subscriber to our channel, because we're going to have that stamp set giveaway, and you cannot win unless you are a subscriber. Even if we pull your name, we can't let you win unless you're a subscriber. And the reason for that is that's just kind of the way we've always said it, because we don't want people just coming over and entering that never watch our channel, and then, you know, them winning something when our faithful subscribers watch all the time. So that's why we kind of set that up like that last year. And that's just the way we're going to keep it, I think. Have to be a subscriber. Well, I say last year. It's been a few years ago now. And YouTube likes for you to only give away to your subscribers. So it's not, I don't know that it's one of their rules anymore. But I think they just prefer that you give it to subscribers. That's that word. Sometimes that word's hard for me to say. And one day I was going to say, thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe. And I was going, don't forget to subscribe. And every time I do it over, and every time I would do it, I'd say subscribe. I said, oh my goodness. And I was playing it all back to Melina and Brandon, and they were laughing their heads off at me. I said, some days I just can't get words out, you know. They don't come out right. All right, this is one of our white slot pockets. And you can see it's already got the burned edges on it from the die cutting machine, or from the laser cutting machine, I should say. And I'm just going to leave that as is, and I put a little piece of paper down here. And I'll go back and decorate these a little bit. Right now I'm just trying to get some things ready. So I'm going to have 2 of these. And I do have more of these to put in the store. I can't remember if they're out of stock right now. But Alicia cut quite a few, so I have more of these to put in the store. I'll get those in as soon as I get finished with the video. And just keep in mind, and I put a note down there that they do have the burned edges, and sometimes they'll have some, you know, char places in here and all of that. But, you know, that's fine with me because I ink mine up anyway. But if that's not what you want, then, you know, don't purchase them thinking they're going to be solid white, because they won't be. Anytime you're using a laser cutting machine, that laser, if you're using it on paper, it's going to char your paper. So, not a lot of ways to get out of that. Oh, me. I left a little white edge there, so we're going to cut that off. I didn't know I left. I thought I had it long enough, but that's okay. We'll just cut that little piece off, and we've still got our slot pocket. No problem there. See, even if that wasn't inked, I would still ink it. So, all right, so there's another one of those. There's another one of those. La la, one day I might learn how to talk. I think I'll put some of this paper on here. This is from Louise Hansel, I do believe. I purchased one of her kits a while ago. This is the Ledger kit, I think. And I know some people say, well, how can you remember that when you can't remember anybody else's? Well, it's like this. I worked with Ledger so many years in my accounting field that I can remember anything that has to do with the Ledger. I'm trying to save as much paper as I can. That's why I can remember the Ledger. So how are you guys? I haven't talked to a lot of you in a few days. I did do some catching up on YouTube. Didn't get completely caught up, but I did do some catching up. And I answered a few questions, and I answered a few emails that you guys had sent along, so I'm almost to caught up point on that. And our sales have been really slow lately, so I have been able to do a little bit more on my catching up. Not that I like my sales being low, but, you know, I realize it's graduation and it's vacation time and everybody's doing other things other than crafting, so I understand. Alright, I think I'm going to cover the back of this with some of this green as well. And I'm just using my art glitter glue. This paper is thick enough that it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's see if I can get it all the way to an edge. And that'll be that much less cutting I will have to do. So we had Miss Brooklyn's birthday party yesterday. We had it around the pool here, and she was happy, a little happy girl. Because even though the water was 77 degrees, which is way too cold for me, those kids got in there and they didn't care. They had a good time. They played away. Alright, we're going to punch. I like to punch the ribbon punch in most of these because I'm going to put seam binding in them. And this is a ribbon punch that I got off of Amazon, and I'll have it linked below where you can go check that out. Let's see. And then I had these really tall tags that one of you guys sent me. I'm not real sure. It's a really thick paper. I'm not real sure what it's made out of. But I thought I might just use them like they are and not do anything with them. Yeah, they'll go in there. Yeah. I may have to cover the back. On this one I won't, because you can write on that. But this one I may have to cover the back so you can journal on it. And this one. So I might do that. So I'm just going to lay those with that. And we'll work on that in a minute. Now, I did yesterday, while things were a little bit slower, I did make one of these envelope pockets, if I can get it open. I'm just going to put a little glue here because that little flap is trying to hang up there, and I don't want it to hang my tags up. Now, right now I have this open on both ends. I'll stitch around mine, and that'll close up one of the ends. But I thought I would have it this way, and then I can make a tag to go in there where it will show through and show maybe a little image or something on there. So we can do that. So I'll stitch on the bottom of that, and we'll go ahead and put a little pull right here at the top. A little tiny one. And put a little ink on there. Ooh, don't have my pocket glued down well enough. But like I said, I'm going to stitch it anyway, so I didn't really put a lot of glue on this because I knew I was going to stitch. Okay, so that is another one. Now I need to make one more of those because I like to put one of the same kind in the front and in the back. And then I also need to make another one of these if I can find another library pocket. And we will be stitching the signature in on this video, so make sure that you watch, because a lot of people have wanted to know how our new journal tool works. Well, just watch the video because we'll be stitching that in just a little bit. Okay, I just grabbed another envelope so that we can make another one of those pockets similar to that one. But I think on this one, I'm going to turn it up in the front and make another little pocket there instead of on that other one I cut it off. On this one we're just going to turn it up. Okay, I'm going to cut this little flap off up to the point where I'm cutting, or up to the point where I'm folding. See, I'm folding right there, so I'm going to cut that part off because we don't need that. And then that will be glued down, and our pocket will open up here, and then we'll have another pocket here. So I don't think I'm going to need you for that. The first thing I want to do, though, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down, and then I need to put, well, I tell you what, let's put a little paper in there before I glue that down. That would probably be a lot easier. Edith, that'd probably be a lot easier. Okay, I just want to cover up this little bit right there, so I'm just going to tear off a piece, and it doesn't even have to be long at all. I just want to cover that little bit that's going to show right there on the inside of that. So we're going to put a little glue on it and drop it on the table. That's what you have to do. You put glue on it and then you drop it on the table. You guys have watched me over the years drop lots of things on my table, haven't you? That's why I keep a baby wipe close by. And I wipe it up. All right, see, that covered that little part that would show right there, which we're going to put a piece of paper across here anyway, but I just wanted to get that covered so that I wouldn't have anything showing on the front side. Now this is just going to be a pocket that I glue in, so I'm not going to worry about keeping it open and all that. I'm just going to open it at the top, just trim a little sliver off of that. Now if you don't want this to be double folded, you can cut one side of this off. I'm going to leave mine double. It'll just make it a little bit stronger. So I'm just going to leave it doubled up. Take my bone folder and make sure everything is folded pretty straight. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and cover some of this. Now, I showed on my video the other day my process of covering envelopes like this real quick. And I had lots of comments about, wow, I hate to cover envelopes, but I think I could do it your way. And that's just, you know, that's just my way, the way that I kind of approach it, because I'm with you. I don't like to just collage a lot of envelopes. I don't really like to have to cut paper for every envelope and tear paper for every envelope and things like that. So a lot of times I'll just do the quick and easy way. Now this one's going to be a little bit different than the other one, but I'm just going to do it like this. And I just lay it down there and then I tear. And then that's got that side, because I don't have to go down very far. So that's got that side there completely done. And then We need a little piece, skinny piece for the side over here. And we might just see what that would look like with a book page. Well, not a book page, but that, I think. So Brooklyn got all kinds of goodies. And I'll tell you a little story. You know, I always have a story about Brooklyn, because Brooklyn is our child that she just doesn't care. She doesn't meet any strangers. She just does her own thing and, you know, surprises her mother and daddy every day with something. So we've got some really, really good friends. They're just like our kids. They're about the same age of our kids, and we've just kind of adopted them over the years. And anytime we have a family get together, well, they're usually always here. You know, they're our family. Well, Alicia had set up this little party, and she said, Mom, I think I'll just let it be us, because, you know, the situation that y'all got going on at your house. I didn't know if you wanted to invite very many people or not because of this, you know, state that your house is in. And I said, well, that's up to y'all. Y'all are actually doing the party, so just, it doesn't matter with me. I mean, you know, people can see my house if they want to. It's tore all to pieces. But, so she didn't really say anything to the other couple and their 2 kids. Well, Brooklyn and this little girl are just like sisters. They're best of friends. They go to different, you know, of course, Brooklyn is homeschooled, but the other little girl goes to a different school. But anytime they can get together, they just have the best time. So Alicia didn't say anything to them, and Brooklyn asked, well, when is so-and-so, I won't say names on here, when are they going to be here? And Alicia said, Brooke, I told you it's probably just going to be us. I didn't know if Nana and Papa would want a bunch of people in the house because, you know, their house is all tore apart. And y'all are going to be running in and out enough. And Nana and Papa's got a lot going on. So Brooklyn said, oh, okay. Well, she goes on out to the pool. Her and Presley and Bethany, they go on out and get in the pool, get their swimsuits on, get in the pool. Well, it wasn't but a little bit until this other couple come up. And of course, we were excited to see them and say, hey, because they're actually the ones that found our water leak while we were on vacation. They usually come by and check the house and do things for us while we're gone, you know, with the kids. And so they actually found the water leak. Like I said, they're just like family. I mean, they are family. They are family. So they come driving up, and the kids come in. Hey, Nene. They call me Nene just like my grandkids do. And I said, hey, baby, good to see you. And the mom and dad come on in and was like, hey, good to see you. Well, Alicia just, you know, it floored her because she said, oh, my goodness, now I feel so bad because I don't know what to say to them, because I'm afraid they're going to get upset because I didn't really invite them in the beginning. And now, you know, evidently they found out about it and they come by. And I said, they won't get upset. They're like y'all. They're like our kids. They're fine. Well, she said, you know, we talk just like we talk to other families. So Alicia's like, well, how did y'all find out about it? Said, I meant to call y'all, but we was just afraid that Mom and Dad would have too much going on with everything happening around here. And so we was just kind of keeping it to us. But, you know, y'all know y'all are always welcome. Well, the little girl goes, it was Brooklyn. She called me and told me to come on over to her birthday party. So Brooklyn had just invited anyway, which was fine. Like I said, we love those kids just like they're our own. They're like our grandkids. I mean, they call us Nana and Papa, and the son calls us Mom and Dad, and so, I mean, they're like our kids. We didn't mind at all, but we just didn't know if they would be comfortable in our tore-up house. So anyway, Brooklyn she just invited her own. She took it upon herself to invite who she wanted to. Alicia went, Brooke, don't you ever do that unless you ask me. She said, but Mom, she's my best friend and she's my sister. And Alicia said, Brooklyn, I know, but you don't ever do that unless you ask, because there could be some real reason why, you know, there might be somebody else, not this particular couple, but somebody else that, you know, didn't need to come or whatever. Well, Brooklyn just, it didn't bother her at all. She's like, she is my best friend, and I am going to invite her, Mama, because she has to be at all of my birthday parties. Well, Alicia then felt really bad because this little girl had had a birthday in March, and none of us, no, it wasn't March, it was April. And none of us was able to go because we've been struggling with all this mess over here. Brooklyn said, now, Alicia said, now I feel horrible because I didn't go to their little girls. I feel bad. So I said, don't worry about it. We're all family. I mean, we do things like this. But yeah, if you want to be invited to Brooklyn's birthday party, just give her your phone number. She'll invite you. She'll invite anybody. That little girl. She's a mess, I'm telling you. She is one more mess. That's not hardly wide enough. I'm trying to find something where I won't have to cut up more paper. We'll probably do that. But yeah, and they had a wonderful time after they got here. Alicia and Benji just brought a ton of food and, you know, watermelon and ice cream. But anyway, I got interrupted with a phone call, so I'm not sure. I'm having to answer all the calls right now because we don't know if it's a contractor, if it's Lowe's or Home Depot or somebody wanting to deliver something. So we've got so many things in the air. We're having to make sure we answer all the phone calls. But I don't know where I was. But anyway, Miss Brookie, they did have a wonderful time, and we ate lots of food, and we had strawberries, watermelon, everything. And it was the watermelon was delicious. That was some of the best watermelon that I have had in a long time. I had got to the point where I just about quit eating watermelon because everyone that we would get around here did not taste good. And so I had just got to the point where I said, I don't want any more. It tastes like dirt and everything but a watermelon. So, but Alicia got this one at Publix, and it was really, really good. And then her cake was delicious. I only ate a little piece of it. Yes, I know I'm not supposed to eat cake, but I ate a little piece. Melina cut me a piece about that thin. I hate that. But everybody had a good time, I think. We had it kind of early so that kids could get back home for school today. So, but yeah, the water was 77. That's cold. I just can't get in it until it gets like 88 or 86 or something like that. I'm a wimp. I cannot stand that cold water. I take a very hot shower. I know that's probably not good for your skin, but I do. I have to have a hot shower or I don't feel clean. All right, I just wanted to make this, and then we're going to probably go ahead and put our pages in, and I'll show you how our journaling tool works. I think Benji, let's see, he named it, I don't know, I think he named it Butterfly Journal Tool, but I named it Ease Journal Tool just because it's just, you know, it's a journal tool. And I just named it Ease because I kind of designed it along with him. Of course, he did the major part of the designing. I just kind of drew out what I wanted. And he put the butterfly on it for me. He said, I just knew you liked the butterfly, so I put the butterfly on there for you. See if I can get this to punch. There we go. Just wanted a little one. All right, so now we have 2 pockets. And I went ahead and covered the back because I don't know, I may hinge this and I may not. But we'll have a pocket here and then a pocket up here. And I've got a book that has some lighthouses in it, and I may get a lighthouse and cut it out and put in here that will show through. So we've got lots of goodies to go in there now. And I am going to stitch around some of those, so I'm probably not going to put them in right this minute. I might lay them in there just so you can see them. But I want to go ahead. Let me move all these little giblets. I need one of those little vacuum cleaners. Somebody said, oh, you can get those little vacuum cleaners for your desk. I didn't know you could get them for your desk until Presley told me that she wanted one for her desk, and I went, oh, what? And she said, Nene, they make little vacuum cleaners for your desk, and it vacuums up all the little pieces. She said, you need one for yours. Well, I had no clue. No clue. This is our journal tool, and you can see it now has 5 holes in the bottom. You've got one at 2.5 inch, and then 3 inch on each end, and then the center one. And I'm going to lay mine right there for a minute, because I'm going to go ahead and clip all my pages in here. I just had it clipped together so things wouldn't fall out. Line up my pages. Now, you do not have to clip your journal to the journaling tool. I just did that on the first video just to show you that you could if you wanted to, but you don't have to do that. Somebody said, I don't want to clip my journal to that. Well, you don't have to. That was just me doing it the first time. But you can do it any way that you want. I just want to make sure I get my journal cover pretty even. And I'm going to have to fold that paper up or cut it off one. That's fine. Right now I'm just trying to get this in here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and clip it. I'm just showing you that you do not have to put it in there and clip it into the journal tool. You can clip it wherever. Okay. Just take your journal tool and set this down in there and just make sure that it goes all the way down to the center. Like that. And then I just kind of even it up in my journal tool. This one is a little bit larger than the tool. Our tool is 9 inches long. And this one is this journal is a little bit longer, so all I'm going to do is just even up on the ends where I've got a hangover here. Just kind of see if it's evened up. Now, if you want to get this perfectly centered, you can measure it. It doesn't matter to me. I don't have to have it perfectly centered. So let's grab our awl, if we can find it. Now, I've just got 2 little clips on this. And then the way that you can see the center, and now we did have some people that said, well, why don't you put a mark on here where the center is? Well, you could do that, but you're not going to see it unless you pull this up anyway. So the best way that I have found, I put my little tool here like this, and while I'm doing that, I'm looking at my hole right there, my center hole, and I just kind of line that up with my hand, just kind of eyeball it, and then I press it in there. And as you can see, there's my little awl. It came right out in the center of that hole. So, but like I said, if you want to measure yours, you can. Now I'm going to go up, and I do the 3 inch. You might do the 2 inch, and if you do, there's a hole there for you. I do the 3 inch. So again, I'm going to eyeball it, and I'm going to press down. And as you can see, on that one, I didn't get perfectly centered, but it's still in there, and that's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect to me. I usually cover my spine up with lace anyway. So, there we go. Now that one, we got a little bit closer to the center, as you can see, but that's fine. So I've got one at the center and one at each end. And now I leave that little tool in my last hole and just lift that up. That's the tool right there. It's super easy, and you get all your holes right in the center of your material. When you try to punch it the other way, sometimes your holes will be off, and I don't like that, but with this, it's perfectly lined up with the center. Right, and we're going to thread our needle. What did I do with my needle? There it is. And I'm just using some black waxed thread. We have this in the store. And I leave it on my spool. I waste a lot less by doing that. I go in the center hole. And see, came out perfect there. I didn't have to hunt the hole. And then I go back up to the top. And there we come. Right out the top. And then I go all the way down to the bottom. And there it comes out that hole. And I know I'm pulling it up to me every so often, but I have to kind of pull it up, and I use my belly to kind of prop it up a little bit. There we go. Whoops, split the thread. I got a shorter needle this time, and it's a little bit more difficult for me to pull through there. But then I take my clips off, and it does look a little, oops, and it does look a little crooked like this when I take my clips off, but that's just because I haven't pulled anything tight yet. So we're gonna cut our thread, take that off, the needle off of the string, and then I take it and just kind of adjust like I want it. And then I make sure again that my threads are on opposite sides of the string here. Pull that string nice and tight. And then I flip it over and make sure it's tight here. And it is. And it's very, very even. Okay. Then I tie one time. And I tie another one. And there is our signature in there. So cute. Look at that. And we've got so much room to add goodies in here. And like I said, this will be folded up, or I don't know if I'll cut it off or fold it up. But I'm just going to leave it for right now until I decide what I'm going to do. Now, I left this material fraying a little bit just because I like that look on this. But you could always trim it or put a little bit of glue on it if you don't want it to fray anymore. I'm just going to leave mine fraying a little bit. I think that looks good. Now, someone asked to purchase this when I first started making it. And I have lost my little note. So if it was you that asked, and I would have responded to you, letting you know that it was available, then let me know in the comments below, or just send me an email. I tell you, send me an email. Don't let me know in the comments below, because if you do that, I may not see it. Okay, now I'm going to put some lace here and over here, and I don't put my lace down first just because I don't like for my lace to pucker in here, but I just put my lace down afterwards. So I'm going to put lace on front and back, and I'll have a pocket on the front and back. This is an old piece of linen, I think, cotton linen, whatever, that I've had in my stash for many, many years. So this is what I have in here so far. I have my little glossine bag that I haven't really done anything to yet. And then I just have that stuck in there. That won't stay. That was just to show you guys what you could do there. I have a little side tuck pocket here that I need to put some decorations on. And then on the back of here, I'm probably going to put this. And I may do may use our line stencil and put some lines on here too. But I need to trim this off a little bit because this one I made a little bit wide. So we'll trim that one off and put that on. And then just more just more pages. And all of these pages, this one I'll leave. I'll just put lines on where you can journal. These I'll decorate up somehow. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do to them. You've got a pocket there. And then another journaling page. I may cut out some lighthouses and put on these. Got journaling pages. And more journaling pages. And see, I still like a lot of pockets put in here. I don't have many pockets at all. A lot of these will have lace on the end of them here. And then the back, it's basically the same. Here again, I'm going to put this on here, but I need to trim it. And then we've got this on there. And let's see, I did have another, yeah, I've got a pocket right there. And then I'm going to side tuck here, and I've got this little piece that I'll probably attach something to and let that come out a little bit. And then we've got a big pocket at the back right there. So I do need to make quite a bit more ephemera to put in here. This is that envelope that we made, attaching it to that glossine bag. That's that. This, I don't know. I want a lighthouse right here. So I may, if I can't find any in digital, I may just cut up a book that I've got. I've got a book of lighthouses, and I may just cut it up and put my lighthouses there. But I think I want some lighthouses on here and different things. Let's see. We may put, trying to see which one. Ooh, I think that one will go better. We'll put that right there. And then we'll decorate. I can always decorate it once I get everything down. So on these, you just glue down the side, across the bottom, and then back up the side. You don't glue any of this in here or you'll close your pockets up. So I'm going to put mine a little bit closer to this side, outside here. Just keeps from having so much bulk right here at the edge of your, where your spine is. And then we can tuck different things in there, there, and there. We'll put some decorations on that. Right now we'll go through and just, I think I'm going to put maybe a doily on here and decorate that up. But right now we're just going to go through and put some things down. That would go in there, and then we can put a little piece of seam binding in there. We need something for this. And I'm going to trim that off. Let me mark this and just go ahead and trim it off. Now, I told you this is the AJ kit from March. That's what I'm working on here. We now have the AJ kit for June, which is his birthday month. It will not have any confetti in it this time. I had a few, well, I only had one person that really complained about it because she said she got it all over her house and she was too old to clean it up. And so anyway, it won't have any confetti in it. That, even though he loved that, he enjoyed putting that in there, but it may have a little birthday gift for you. He likes to give birthday gifts when it's his birthday. So June will be when these will ship out, but you can start purchasing them. I think we're going to put them up on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So you can start purchasing them now. A lot of people that are on the AJ membership have already paid for theirs, so when they get theirs, then we usually go back and whatever we have left, that's what we sell. All right, I think I'm going to put that on there. I like that blue and that blue together. And I'm definitely going to have to make more pockets and things because I've got lots more pages to go. And I'll come back and let you guys see when I get this completely done. It's a little bit hard to decorate some of these up on camera just because I have to sit here sometimes and just think about it and think, well, what do I want to put there? What do I want to put here? I want to get something new made, you know. So, and I know any of you who make journals know exactly what I'm talking about. It's harder to put it on camera and decorate it than it is just to sit and decorate one up. I did say on some of these I was going to stitch around, but I haven't done it, have I? I don't think this is one, though, because it would close the pocket up too much. I think it was my tags mainly, and I can stitch around those anytime. So, there's that. And then, let's see. Let's put this one toward the back, since we got one of those in the front. Oh, that looks pretty against that green. I did sell my other pack of this paper, and it's already gone. As soon as I put it up, it left out of here. And that's all that I have, so, well, other than a few pieces, scrap pieces that I'm going to be sending with this journal. I always send what scrap pieces I have left of the kit, and then I send some ephemera packs. So those will be going. Let's see. We need something here. Oh, let me put that one there. Yeah. Pull that out over there. So, and I don't even think I'm going to stitch around this one either. I think I got the glue down well enough. I'll always go back and check the glue when I get these put together. I like to make sure that everything is sticking well, and if it's not, I put extra glue in and all that. So I'll go back and check all the glue. There we go. That put in. And then that is all the pockets that I have made right now. Can you believe that? What the world? I thought I had lots more things made than that. I do have some pieces that came with the kit, the ephemera pieces. I do have quite a few of those. And I'm thinking on this one, this is a little, it's like a letter. I think I'm going to tuck that in there. This was just a piece of an envelope, that like the back piece, and I just cut it like this and then covered it. That makes a good side tuck, and then I'll put some ephemera on here, maybe some lace. That'll be beautiful. I like to put those in my journals too. Let's see if we got another piece we can put right here. I'm sure we do. Yep, right there. There's a good one. And on this one, I cut this piece a little short, so I just used this little piece to put down at the bottom, and that's something that I just punched out. So put that down at the bottom there. Okay, that's got that, and there's that tag is in. We need something here. This is another piece of the ephemera. That would be nice there. We could always put something on this, put a flower on it, or I've got lots of die cut flour, so I'll put something on there. And then here we've got a pocket. See, we may have to make a tag for this one. I don't know that I'm going to have a tag. And when I make a tag for this one, what I'll do is I'll make sure that whatever I put down in here shows through here. The little photo or something. Those are way too tall. So let's try this one, and then we'll put a little image or something on that. That would be good, and we'll just put an image on there. And then I need another little one here, right there. Then we have another pocket here, and I'll need to make a tag for that one. Here is that page, and I think I'm just going to wait and cut this off. I can use my little knife and cut that off, because I don't think folding it up is an option right now. I could have cut it off beforehand, but we'll cut it off later. Not a big deal. And then I think I'm going to put this here. That little pocket there. Really like it over here, but I'm going to leave that for journaling. And I'm going to put it here on this side. You'll see how quick these fill up, especially when you start adding your tags. And then we'll need another tag there. Need some little tags and things here. Got a tag in there. Got tags in that one. And I need another tag for this pocket. And then I need more pockets. I need another, maybe a side tuck pocket here. No, I got a side tuck there. And then more, I definitely need lots more tags and a few more pockets and things. So it's filling up. It's not quite as full as I like for them to get. I like for them to get really chunky. So I need to make lots more tags and things to go in there. And then I have these pieces of ephemera that I want to put in there as well. A lot of these can go in that little slot pocket. Let's find the first one right here. A lot of these can tuck down in there. It'll be cute tucked in there. And let's see, let's put that little guy right at the top. All right. And we can always put some back at the back too in that one. There's another little piece. And then this doily, I'll probably put it where it can have be a tuck. Maybe glue it like this. So we'll put that in there too. Let's see. Got a couple more pieces that I can put in these little slot pockets here. Put that there. I like to fill these up for the person who's getting it. So let's go back here and find the other slot pocket. I hope this is not too boring for you guys. This is just what I needed to do today, and it just kind of gets my mind off of things and helps me to concentrate on things like this. It just gets my recharge going. I know we're not doing anything that you guys don't know how to do, but I just enjoy going over some things like this with you. Now these are little tabs, and I may have to put them like at the top or something because they're not really going to work on the edge of these pages, but we'll use those somewhere, or either I'll put them in the ephemera pack. And then this doily right here, I thought about putting it like that I don't know. I'll figure out a place to put that, or I'll put it in the ephemera pack too. So I think that's all I'm going to do to this on camera. I need to go back and add my lace pockets. It'll have some lace on the front, lace on the spine, and then lace on the edge of the pages. When I get it finished, I'll bring it back and I'll do a flip through for you guys. And I think that's it on this one. All right, guys, that is it. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me today. It helps me a lot to know that you guys are on the other end of this camera, at least watching me, you know, or watching part of it or something. It just helps me. It helps my day go. So I am going to go and we'll find another video that we can do. And so I'm going to go for now. And we will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to subscribe because we will be giving away a stamp set. And it'll be this stamp set from Signet Stamps. That's the number stamp set that I used the other day. We'll be giving this away next Friday. But you have to be a subscriber to win. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.